Yo, what's good, y'all? I'm back once again. Yes, I'm giving y'all a second video, and depending on how I'm feeling a little bit later, you might get a third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Nah, I'm not gonna be like LeBron did when he went to Miami. I'm not gonna do that. But anyway, you may get one, maybe two, two more videos. Who knows? Just depends on how your boy feels. Anyway, um, first things first. So I'm sitting here watching movies on YouTube, and for some reason I got the urge to watch Master P's The Last Don. And my favorite movie from Master P of all time is, of course, I'm About It. But I just wanted to watch this one because I didn't watch it in a long time. And I think the last time I may have watched it, my little brother was still alive. And we were huge Master P fans. We were huge hood movie fans regardless. But our favorites was Baller Blocking by Cash Money, Master P, I'm About It. Of course, this is not really a hood movie, but Scarface and movies like that. I like the Ghetto Stories by Lil Bootsy and Webby, stuff like that. And there are a bunch of other hood movies that I can't name off the dome. A lot of them from Detroit, some of those New York ones, the Texas ones. But I like hood movies altogether. And it's not, for the dope selling and all that. But some of the movies do actually have stories to them. But regardless, I'm sitting here, I was watching The Last Don. And when I was younger, in my teens and 20s, the movies were good. You don't really tend to think too much into them. You don't look into them as much, like the acting and all that kind of stuff. But now that I'm 41 going on 42, and I've learned more about the world and how things work, and you pay attention more to certain things, the acting in that movie sucked. Master P, I don't know what he was thinking. If anybody remembers the movie, when it first comes on, he's a basketball coach. And he's coaching Silk the Shocker and his basketball team. So Silk, I think his name was DJ at the time. And Master P was, quote unquote, the Last Don's only son. And his father got murdered because the guy Rico was trying to take over the family business. But he didn't know about Master P. I forgot what his name was in the movie. Nino. So when he gets the phone call after his dad dies, and he's talking gangster, he's talking hood, like, his usual voice. But once he gets to the place where the rest of the Corleone family or the organization is, now all of a sudden he wants to be Al Pacino or the Godfather, and he's trying to talk Italian, and then one second he's talking Italian, and then the next second I guess he like forgets that he's in that Italian character, and then he goes back to the hood Master P, and I'm like, oh my God, this is terrible, man. But anyway, I still like the movie in its entirety. But anyway, what I'm here actually for is somebody commented that Play It Wild by the House of Playboy smells to them similar to Dior Sauvage. And I instantly went back and I told him that I honestly don't get that. They smell nothing alike to me. And he then went and said that he went back and checked it, and he said, yeah, he gets that also. He don't really get it, but he thinks that it's something in that that's kind of giving him the notion that they smells a little bit similar. I don't get it at all. Period. There aren't any notes in either one of these fragrances that are similar. Period. And if something is in these that actually do kind of smell alike, I wouldn't know. But just smelling it off my homemade tester strips, which aren't anything but freaking torn off pieces of paper towel. Nothing alike. I did write down the notes, so give me a second. Now, granted, I did not write down the notes for Dior Sauvage because once I saw the note breakdown for Play It Wild and I smelled them both, I was like, there is no reason for me to write down both of these, all these damn notes, because Sauvage has a lot of notes in it too. But top notes for Play It Wild, you get grapefruit, lemon, and nutmeg, and the mid notes and the base notes are actually what made me want to buy this particular fragrance, because I like sweet. I like basically every note that's in this in the mid and the base. So in the mid you get chocolate, blueberry, pineapple, and cinnamon. Base notes you get leather, amber, and tonka, in which I like both of those. The leather, it depends on what it is, but you don't really get too much of leather in this fragrance. You just get really a lot of sweetness. I don't pick up a lot of grapefruit, a lot of lemon or nutmeg. It's like the mid and the base notes are what you get, and that's the most dominant notes in it. When I seen that chocolate, blueberry, pineapple, and tonka, I instantly was like, I gotta get that. And let me tell you, I did not go wrong with this. I'm gonna spray another spray of this. Now you do get a little bit of that alcohol blast in the opening. It's not strong as hell, but it lasts like a few seconds. See, it's gone now. You pick up that chocolate, like a hint of pineapple, that blueberry. I mean, that sweetness from the tonka and the amber, man, this, you can't go wrong. I'm telling you guys. I know a lot of people aren't going to want to go pick these up because these are like very inexpensive. I bought these from Bell's, which is I think the equivalent of Burke's. And you can get these for like $2.99 up to $6, $7, $8.99, depending on some places $9.99. I know you can find these at City Trends also, but the one place I know for sure I can find a lot of these is Bell's. Bell's always has a shitload of these, and when I was in Savannah earlier at that Bell's, they had so many of these on the shelf. I didn't even want to look through anymore, and like I just couldn't do it because I knew I was gonna want to buy something. But no way, shape, form, or fashion does Play It Wild and Dior Sauvage smell anything alike to my nose. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say that, you know, this person doesn't smell what they smell, because everybody's nose is different, everybody smells different, everybody tastes different when it comes to food and, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So personally speaking, from my point of view, these two fragrances smell nothing alike. So don't jump the gun and go out and buy Play It Wild thinking that you're going to get a Dior Sauvage clone. No, you're not going to get that. If you're looking for a Dior Sauvage clone, then Belcam has one at Walmart. I forgot the name of it, but it's a pretty decent clone of Sauvage. What's the other one? Ventana from Armaf is another good one. It's inexpensive. It's like what, 20, 25, maybe $30 now, being that people were hyping it up at the time. There are probably some other clones. I think I have another sample of something that smells like it, but There are a lot of clones out there if you can't afford the price tag for a Dior Sauvage. And like I always say, my guy, the Detroit mayor, hooked me up with this one, the Eau de Parfum concentration one. And I'm forever grateful for that. I'm forever grateful for everybody who sent me anything, but especially this one in particular, because as everybody knows, Dior prices rarely go down, if any. And this is one I probably would never have paid for out of my own pocket, unless I struck it rich or, you know, won the lottery or some shit like that. But for the most part, these do not smell anything alike. But if anyone is interested, mainly for people who don't have one of those extravagant, expensive cologne collections, who turn their noses up at inexpensive fragrances like this, this wouldn't be for you guys. Although these are pretty damn good fragrances. They last, they project well, and every last one of the Playboys that I have gotten a lot of compliments behind. Some of the notes on these, as you can see in this one, are very damn good. Fruity, you know, chocolate, stuff like that. Amber, tonka, leather. They're well blended to be inexpensive. So for the ones who have collections kind of like mine, I know I do have some better quality fragrances, but for the most part, the majority of my collection used to be stuff like this, and very nice. And it also said that this one is made better for fall and winter, and I actually wore this in the summertime one day, and it was hot, and it still performed pretty good. So I could just imagine what it would be like wearing it when it's cold. So I'm definitely gonna give some of these some wearings when it gets cooler out. And one other thing, I kind of hate when people do this. This is not a knock on the person that said this, but if you don't believe that we are actually out here finding fragrances for these prices, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, a lot of times we can't just be in a store and record in front of people because they're going to say something in most cases. And I can't stand at the register and record somebody ringing something up or calling a manager and all this kind of stuff. I said that I bought, what was it? The Dolce & Gabbana Eau de Parfum today, and the what was it? The Abercrombie & Fitch Extreme, and one of them you can tell somebody tried to steal. Well, somebody went and said that they think they said jokingly, ha ha, you either changed the sticker or something like that. And I've heard people say that about my guy over at Scent Nation also. In most people's cases, there are people out there who do stuff like that. Me personally, I'm a little bit too old to be playing them kind of games and get caught trying to do something stupid like that. If I can't afford it, then I'm just not going to buy it. And I've been pretty adamant about me and where I stand when it comes to me spending certain money or a certain amount of money for fragrances. If I see something and I don't think it's worth it, I'm just going to bypass it. I don't have time to stand around and be trying to sneak and tear off a sticker or a tag from one fragrance and stick it on something else. Especially when I said in the video that they moved the shelf that it used to be on. It used to be on a wall away from the register, and now they moved it closer to the register. I actually said this in the video, that it's right next to the register now. So, I mean, how would I even be able to get away with switching a sticker or a tag or whatever, and I'm right in front of the register? And it's a camera on the wall, and it's a camera above all the registers. Like, I don't get it. Now, I'm not sitting here getting upset about it. I'm not, because I know what happened and I know what I did, and I'm not going to go and try to record every little single step that I take when I'm going to these stores. I'm not going to do that. I used to do them videos. I don't see where it benefits me going to a store almost every day or every other day recording, and I'm not finding anything. It's not like I'm where my guy at Scent Nation is, where he's finding Bonds, he's finding Creeds, he's finding Aqua de Parmas, he's finding all the good stuff. And every time I go to the store, most of the time all I find is like Adidas and Nautica and stuff like that. Like, I'm not gonna waste my data, I'm not gonna waste my storage space recording stuff like that. I'm not gonna do it. But I did find those two fragrances for what I got them for. Like I said, I did get the manager to come to the register because I saw it was already somewhat open. The plastic was torn off the front, but the box, you could tell somebody slit the top of the box because the fragrance itself is cut. So they did give me a markdown price for it, and the other one was marked down to $25, and it had a red sticker on it. So whatever the case may be, believe it or not, it is what it is. But you know, I don't have nothing to prove to anybody. I have the fragrance. I know I didn't pay a certain price for it, so it is what it is, man. But I may do one other video. I did say I was gonna do another fall and winter list, but I see that somebody commented on it earlier, the fall and winter. I think it was like a top 10 fall and winter list I did a few days ago, or maybe a week ago. So I don't know if I should do another one right now, because I do have a few that I could add to it, or make different. But I think I'm gonna just hold off on that video, and I might try to come up with something a little bit more interesting than that. But for the most part, that's it for me right now, guys. I gotta find me another movie to watch. Your boy is out. Here's to smelling good. I know somebody said they don't like to hear that noise, but peace.